Hey guys, and welcome to the newly renovated Heritage Park Garden. If you don't know me, my name is Chris Carreau. I am the program coordinator for Community Gardens. So I kind of oversee the entire program, and Jody is the one who runs Heritage Park. So if you don't know me, that's who I am. We're going to cross paths in the future. So one quick topic, or one quick thing first. This is a super informal video. It's just meant for you guys. I'm giving you the link just for you guys to view it, and then I'll be removing it from our YouTube account. But I know that some of you may be a little skeptical or not used to the new drip system that we're using. So what I wanted to do is I'm going to step back here in just a second, and I'm going to draw an illustration and do something for you to help better understand how it works and how it's going to water your plants. Okay, I'm going to try to stay to the side here. If you kind of imagine your bed, looks like that, and then you have that header pipe going across, and then you have these two drip lines that are just kind of laying there. First of all, Jody made them that way on purpose, and that way you can move them where you want to put your plants. So if you know that a plant takes up a lot of space, or that you want it to be over here to spill over on the side of your bed and not take up space here, you can just move the line over. The important thing is to just make sure you stake the line. Okay, so those are your lines, and then every 12 inches, there's an emitter, okay? Now this emitter puts out a half a gallon per minute. I'm sorry, correction, a half a gallon per hour. So if you can imagine a half a gallon, that's a half a gallon. So if you think normally we would run it for like 35-40 minutes, but because the winter time is a little cooler, the sun's not beating down or as hard, evaporating that water, we might just go like maybe 25-30 minutes. But this will give you kind of a reference of how much a half a gallon per hour is. So your plant, one plant, is going to get like about that much water. Okay, and then the times of the watering times will just be adjusted. In the summertime, you might let it go for 40 or 45 minutes, but that is plenty of water. So when you're looking on your bed, again, you may see these little circles of maybe wetness. And just to draw to scale, it might be like that big on the surface of the soil when you're looking at it, or it may just look completely dry, and that's because at the surface of the soil, that's where most of the evaporation comes with the wind blowing and just the sun and the air. It's going to evaporate that maybe 2 or 3 inches of soil. But what it should look like is if you're looking like that and that's what you see, the water's going to do like this the further down you go, because you've got gravity that's pulling it down and you've got electrical charges. And because of all that organic matter that's in the soil, the water is going to bind and nutrients are going to bind to those that different organic matter. I don't want to get too into how that all works, but basically this is like kind of what you're going to see in the soil. Now, when you first, if this is the soil level and you put your little plant in there like that, and the emitter is next to the plant, you're going to place the plant next to an emitter, it's going to leach down just like this, or maybe even more like that. So as long as you put your plant by the emitter, it's going to leach down and go where it needs to, even if it appears on the surface like there's no water. If you dig down 5 or 6 inches, you're going to feel that soil in your bed is nice and moist. And because there's a lot of organic material, the water will work through kind of like capillary action. So what I'm going to do to kind of demonstrate that is I got just a plate with a paper towel, and I've got some purple dye. So when I drip, see? That's exactly what's happening with your drip irrigation system. So, just a moment. I don't want to get this all over the place. Bear with me. So that's exactly what's happening with your drip irrigation system, is the water's dripping down in the same place, and it's going to leach out just like this and go right into those plants. Now, most plants, like vegetable crops, the roots are only gonna occupy usually between an 8 to 10 inch zone. So that emitter is going to wet, like it might just be 3 inches at the top, but it's gonna go like this due to gravity and electrical forces and capillary action. So when you first put a plant in, you may need to just spot hand water just for just a little bit, but stick your finger down there, feel what it's doing. Like, you don't want to over wet the roots, because by over wetting, it can actually starve the roots of oxygen that the plant needs to be able to grow. So more water is always not better. As long as it doesn't just completely dry out, it's okay to let that drip do its job. Now, if you are starting plants from seeds like onions, carrots, any other little teeny tiny seeds like kale or lettuce that comes real small, they're like 1.5 millimeters, you will need to hand water, because the drip system is not going to keep that soil evenly moist across the top. So if you put in a long row of carrots or onions along that drip line, and you sprinkle them in there and then you hand water, once they come up and they're about that tall, you can go ahead and probably stop hand watering, and then that drip will do exactly what it needs to do. So for example, let's just do this real quick. And again, I'm sorry, this is just informal. I'm just doing this on the fly because I know you guys probably need some direction and explanation. So if this is your bed, like that, and your drip lines go down the middle, you'll sow your seeds, like carrots, you just kind of sprinkle them in like that. And then if your drip emitter is every 12 inches, this is not to scale, of course, but if it is, eventually, once they get to be a little bit bigger and they throw down roots, this will wet them enough to grow them. Also, don't forget that there's this header line that comes across, and you have a valve, and that valve turns your bed on and off. So let's say, for example, you have some plants that just need a little less water, or you want to control the volume of water that goes to your plants. You can take that little green valve and turn it partially off, and that will kind of restrict the flow a little bit. So if we do increase the watering time and you do find that your plants are staying too wet and you don't like that, then you can always you can customize it and turn it down just a little bit and play with the watering volume yourself. So just remember that that's how it works. It will work. I've grown plenty of plants on this system. Jody has seen it work before really, really well. And it definitely saves water. It definitely cuts back on your disease, because we don't have that awful overhead irrigation that just spreads fungus all over the garden, and weeds are not going to be as bad. So that's it. I just wanted to share that with you, 0.5 gallon per hour. And I just wanted to share this with you so you could actually see how much, and this was just a few drops. So when that emitter is dripping, just think about for 35 minutes. I mean, and you reach down, you should be able to grab a chunk of, your bed soil like that. That's nice and moist. Your soil should not be so wet that when you squeeze it, it drips out of your hand. If it's that wet, then you're overwatering. It should feel like a nice, moist sponge. And if you squeeze it, you should feel the moisture, but it shouldn't drip out of your hand. Okay. Well, that's it for now. Please look forward to maybe some more videos or some one-on-one interaction in some classes that I'm going to start giving. We're just getting to the point in the program now where I can probably break free a little bit and then concentrate more on that. I know some of you, like Velma, I have said that since day one, but the opportunity just hasn't presented itself when I'm ready to do it. So look forward to that, and look forward to meeting you face to face. Bye. Hope you enjoyed.